Please do not start your marriage by going into debt. I've got tips that will help you stay debt-free as you're planning your wedding. Hi, my name is Sarah, and I recently got married. And if you're also getting married soon, you might want to watch this. Because if you've ever fallen down a Pinterest rabbit hole and suddenly feel like your wedding has to look like a stylized shoot, trust me, you're not alone. The comparison trap is real, and it's one of the quickest ways to overspend and stress out. But here's the good news. Planning a wedding you love doesn't have to mean going into debt or sacrificing your financial freedom. You can actually have a memorable, beautiful day and still stay on track with your long-term goals. Here's how you do it. Tip number 1, get off social media. Get off everything that will show you other people's weddings that you're going to compare yourself to. Because I've seen them and I was in the trenches too. Every night I would get off work and I would scroll social media and look at these beautiful, lush, hundreds of $1,000 weddings. Guys, you do not understand that those weddings with all the flowers and the beautiful tablescapes and the candles, the dreamy romantic atmosphere, if that's not your budget, that's not the wedding you can plan. And that's okay, but don't compare yourself to others. Make the wedding that you are having the wedding of your dreams, not somebody else's that you're seeing on social media. Make a priority order list. What do I mean by this? Weddings have a ton of moving pieces. Photographer, cake, dress, everything imaginable under the sun. What my now husband and I did to make sure that we were spending our money where we wanted to spend it and not on things that we didn't want to spend it on is we put every little thing that would be an expense on a sticky note, and then we put them on the wall and we ordered them. The things that were most important to us went at the top, and the things that were least important to us went at the bottom. And that's how we prioritized what we were going to spend our money on. Photographer went at the top of our list. So we spent a little more on our photographer because we wanted videography and those memories to last forever, essentially. Things we didn't care about, flowers, went to the bottom of the list because I genuinely didn't care about whether my flowers were real or fake. I'm not going to tell you how to make your budget. I'm just going to tell you that you should prioritize what has precedence in your budget. Next tip, join a Buy Nothing group online. So what is a Buy Nothing group? It's essentially a place where people can post, hey, I have this. If anybody wants it, come get it. There are a ton of these groups in a ton of different areas all over the country. I promise where you live, there's probably one. You just have to find it. And a lot of times there's actually specific Buy Nothing groups for people getting married. So it could be one bride saying, oh, I have these candle holders. There's 20 of them. I don't want them anymore. I'm already married. Who wants them? And you go pick them up. So a Buy Nothing group is a great place to find free, interesting things to use to decorate your wedding space. All right. Track everything. Everything. Track everything. A lot of people track the big expenses, like your food, your catering, the DJ, your dress. When I bought Sharpies to write on the boxes which table things were going on, I tracked them. Every little item that you purchase that is related to your wedding, track it, because believe me, those are the items that add up so quickly. I had a budget that was just the little things tracking, and it added up to so much more than I thought it was going to by the end of my wedding. Track everything. My next tip, throw a DIY party. You've got a lot of stuff to get done between now and your wedding, and you can't do it all alone, or at least you shouldn't. Especially if you're trying to stick to a budget, doing DIY things, decor items, is a great way to save money. But it's also a lot of work. I encourage you to invite everybody over and work on some of these DIY items. Have them help you. It's your wedding, it's your vision, but bring people into it. Really make it special, and don't do it alone. So this tip is for my fashion-forward people. You don't need a new outfit for every wedding event. This is my dirty little secret. I bought a new white dress for every wedding event. And you know what they're doing now? They're sitting in my closet, and I haven't worn them. Buy one other short white dress to wear to your bridal shower and your rehearsal dinner and your going away dress. You do not need a new outfit for every single event of your wedding. I promise you will get away with just the one. You will look beautiful. Do not make my mistake. All right, guys, stick with me. I got a lot of advice on how to save money and budget while planning my wedding. But here's one that I heard so frequently, and I am so glad I didn't fall for it. Do not open credit cards to pay for your wedding so that the credit card points pay for your honeymoon. Don't do that. Everyone and their mother is going to tell you to do this. Here's what you should do instead. I recommend registering for your honeymoon. This is different than a honeymoon fund. You're not just asking people to give you money for your honeymoon fund. You're putting items on your registry for activities and things that you will do on your honeymoon, so people feel like they're buying you things for your honeymoon. For example, you could put romantic boat ride dinner, and then people can pay for that. And then what's great is on your honeymoon, you can take a picture on that romantic boat ride dinner and then include it in your thank you card to them. So it all rolls together. They feel like they paid for something that goes towards your honeymoon. You give them that gratification of the thank you afterwards, and you didn't open any credit cards to make it all happen. Overall, I shared a lot of advice today. Take what works for you, leave what doesn't, but plan a budget that works for your wedding. Could be your dream wedding, but it needs to fit in your dream budget. Focus on you and your new spouse. Instead of making it the picture perfect day, make it a day worth remembering. So if you found these tips helpful, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and share it with a friend who's planning their big day. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments. What's one thing you're planning to save on or skip entirely so you can stay debt-free while you're planning your wedding?